Everybody, my name's KennedyPuckett. I'm an American rock musician located in Georgia, or as I like to put it, the place where God put all the cool people. You know me, I know you, but do you know me well enough to be on my social media? Go into the links in the description of this video and click on my Instagram, my TikTok. I got my Patreon down there if you want to help me out monetarily. I can't monetize yet, but we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. And once that happens, I'll be able to make these videos more frequently because it'll make sense to make them more frequently. Today we're going to be reacting to The Show Must Go On by Queen, the original official music video. The reason for that is because we watched the Dimash version last Sunday or Saturday. We watched it and reacted to it, and it was beautiful. So now I'm listening to this one to get a feel of just how well Dimash did, because I'm very familiar with the original and I love Queen very much, but it'd be nice to get a side-by-side comparison, so that's what we're gonna do. You ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so I don't know if you remember this, but or if any of you remember this, but in the first video that I made, I stopped the video right here and talked about how Dimash had it playing. The orchestra that was playing with Dimash did it in a very Dimash-esque kind of way, where it wasn't. It's weird to explain. Or it's hard to explain, but it just sounds different from the Queen version. And I still think that. Which is a good thing. I like the originality, and I like the fact that I could probably tell the difference between the two without the vocals just by listening to it. So, anyways, I just like it. It's a nice little touch.
Empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned places, I guess we know the score. On and on, does anybody know what we are looking for? Another hero, another mindless crime behind the curtain.
So, and then on top of that, what they're doing is they're taking all the clips from past music videos and they're splicing them together. Like the video where he was in the dress and everything like that, that was from I Want to Break Free. So I want to break free. I got a comment on the last video that said that you guys don't need to listen to me sing I want to break free and I don't give a shit. They're splicing together all these videos from past music videos, and it's very interesting. It's creating a very reminiscent vibe, which I had a very lengthy discussion with multiple people in the comment sections about how this song was written by Brian May, and how it might be written about the death of Freddie Mercury or the dyingness of Freddie Mercury and his friend. Because if my best friend, whose name is Jared, if he was dying, I mean, I'd write a song about it. Also, Freddie is singing in a much higher register. I don't know if you guys noticed, but with Dimash, empty spaces, what are we living for? Something like that. And then Freddie Mercury is empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned places, I guess we know the score. And there's a lot more grit in the Freddie Mercury voice, and I think the reason for that is because Dimash is a classically trained opera singer.
In the pantomime, hold the line.
Or at least what I've seen.
Does anybody want to take it anymore? The show must go on. The show must go on. Yeah. Inside my heart is breaking.
Look at that fat Freddie Mercury. I'm sorry. He just looks like everybody's uncle, you know? I think what it is he doesn't have the mustache so much as he just has like a full beard growing, and I don't think that's a good look for Freddie Mercury. Show must go on. He also hit the chorus a lot better. In my opinion, Dimash, the first chorus line, not the next ones, but the first chorus when Dimash sang it, and I know why this is. It's because he didn't speak English, he learned it phonetically, but Dimash, when he sang it, the first chorus line was very weak. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just wasn't I didn't dig the first chorus line. He went, "The show must go on." And that's not what the song is supposed to be. The song is supposed to be this awesome rock anthem of reminiscing on a life filled with friggin' craziness, of jumping up and down, dancing around on stage, and partying and drinking and doing things that maybe some of it you regret, but a lot of it was pretty fucking awesome. And so you're in awe of the greatness, and I that was a point that I also brought up in the video. So I think when Freddie Mercury hits it with the show must go on, I like that a lot. And that's not exactly how he sang it. Look, with me, I sing a lot on this channel. I wouldn't have sang it like either of them would have sang it. I would have sang it completely different than both of them, because that's my style, not necessarily because I couldn't do it. I could do the Freddie Mercury one. I don't think I could do the Dimash one, because he goes too low, and I have a high register, okay? I can hit the A5 that Freddie Mercury hits in Under Pressure. Okay? Okay.
My makeup may be flaking, but my smile still.
See what I mean about the beard? It doesn't work.
Whatever happens, I leave it all to chance. Another heartache, another failed romance. On and on. Does anybody know what we are living for? I guess I'm learning. I must be warmer now. I'll soon be turning.
I guess I'm learning. I must be warmer now. I'll soon be turning around the corner now. What do you guys think that means? Because Freddie Mercury was almost characterized by his life of absolute debauchery. And when I say debauchery, I mean like copious amounts of anonymous sex and drinking and partying and all that shit. It was a whole thing in the newspapers at the time. Obviously, he was glam rock. That's what glam rock is. You see a lot of that in David Bowie as well. I guess I'm learning. I must be warmer now. I should be turning around the corner now. To me, what that reflects is that you're looking on things that you did in the past. You're looking at mistakes that you made when you were younger. And you think, okay, well, I'm learning from my mistakes. So, and I think I'm getting closer to being better. So where does it get better? Right? Because that's something, especially, so I work out a lot, right? And with people who work out, they start working out sometimes, and sometimes they don't see any progress because they're looking in the wrong places, or they're looking too soon, right? And they're like, well, I'm working my ass off here. I'm doing all the things that people told me I should do. I'm doing everything right. So when do I get better? When does life get better? And the answer, of course, is eventually. The problem with the Freddie Mercury example, by the way, is that it was too late for him. Even if he did fix his path, there wasn't anything he could do, which really sucks. With Brian May, I know that he had some struggles when he was younger, too. I mean, they all did drugs, and they all, partied. Unless you really appreciate yourself. Look at that. You see what I mean? Like, That's a dude, by the way. Just letting everybody know. That is a dude. That's the drummer. God, I can't remember his name. Did this all day. Yeah.
The show must go on. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, inside my heart is breaking. My makeup may be flaking, but my smile
Man, look at that image.
is breaking. My makeup may be flaking.
This image right here is the perfect depiction of Freddie Mercury and who he was as a person.
But my smile still stays on.
Hairy armpits. You know that Freddie Mercury actually couldn't play guitar?
My soul is painted like
he learned it for
wings
one of his
of
songs. He played it.
butterflies. Fairy tales of yesterday
that grow but never die.
I can fly, my friend. Show must go on.
Look at all those people.
Show must
Look at that. It looks like grass or dirt on the ground. Those are all fucking people.
go on. Show must go on. I'll face it with a grin. I'm never giving in. On with the show.
So, last video I brought up the, by the way, you know what I haven't, or what I don't really get when I listen to this song with the Queen version? You guys remember when Dimash went into the guitar solo? He didn't go into the guitar solo. He didn't play the guitar in that one. But the guitar solo came in, he jumped and all that shit. I got shivers down my spine. I didn't get it with this one. The reason for that probably is because I paused it. But it's also because, like I said, the first chorus, he backed off. He made it weak on purpose. That's because he wanted to draw the attention and kind of draw it out until he got to that part. That's a climactic, that's a exponential climax, right?
Sounds like a sex term.
It's not. Exponential climax, right? So he's going like this, and then all of a sudden, right? And that's what sends the shivers down your spine. I've tried to do that a couple of times. The problem with that is that in a recorded setting, if you're putting it on Apple Music or Spotify for people to listen to it every day, it's boring as hell. But in a performance setting, it's really cool and energetic. That's why I say that it wasn't necessarily what I would have done. It's not my style to draw it out like that and to make the first chorus weak and rather just make the entire song one climactic event. But I still appreciate it from an artistic standpoint. But, you know, obviously you give up certain things for that. By the way, the other video I called Dimash small. I'm doubling down on that shit. He's a tiny, tiny man. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's obviously he's 6'3", and that was something I didn't know at the time. Cool to know, though. My dad is also 6'3", but trust me, 6'3" people can be skinny and small. You can be, yeah. He's a talented martial artist. He's an accomplished martial artist. Yeah, was very skinny, or at least he was in that performance. Freddie Mercury is kind of like that too, but Freddie Mercury got a lot more muscly when he was popular.
Find the will to carry on with the show. Show us
When I listen to that song, I feel an overwhelming air of sadness, especially with the music video, because we know how it ended for Freddie, and that sucks. And I look at all these videos, and I see a bunch of friends hanging out and having a really good time. And it makes me sad that they don't ever get to do that again. You know, unless heaven's a real thing. And they were all just really like the best of friends, from what I understand. And they had their ins and outs and their, you know, their ups and downs. Freddie Mercury especially had his ins and outs. Ha! Ha! But it saddens me to see this group of friends who loved each other dearly, but they never get to have that again. And I think that that's something that we can appreciate, all of us, about this song. So, guys, if you liked that video, just like this video. And let me know in the comments what you think. So, without further ado, guys, that's going to conclude this video. I actually got to do it in the light of day this time. But I'm almost late for work, so I gotta go. Thank you very much. I love all of you. Keep watching my videos. Click all the links to my social media accounts in the description of the video, if you will. Please and thank you. Oh, my music's down there too.